Hello everyone, it is Andrew here from IDB with the Lxory, which is not spelled how you would expect, but the Lxory wireless charger for the iPhone X. Now of course it'll work with any other wireless charging device. You're not stuck with just the iPhone X. Any other iPhone will work, any Android device will work, all that is absolutely fine. But it has a few really cool features, including a lightning input and an extra USB output to charge a second device at the same time. Aside from the charging pad itself, you'll also find a quick little getting started guide and a power cable. Luckily, the power cable is actually relatively long and it is USB-C, which is going to be the fastest input that you can provide to the charger itself. There is a small little film on the top of it which reveals a really nice glossy finish to the charging pad itself. There is no silicone on here, so if you ever have to worry about your phone, if this is ever at an angle for some reason, there's nothing really keeping your phone in place like some of the other chargers that we've seen, but it is pretty wide here, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. You can see all of the different inputs and outputs laid out on the bottom, so you can see what is going to be the fastest for you in any situation. And really, if you're going for the fastest, you should use the USB-C input. Otherwise, you can use micro USB or lightning. The lightning is the really cool one here because you can literally use the same charger that you're using for your phone or for your iPad or for your AirPods. The same cord can plug right into here, so you don't have to have any additional kind of wires lying around. If you ever needed to, you can always just unplug it and plug it directly into your device instead. On the back, you can see here the USB-A output on the left-hand side, USB-C, micro USB there in the square middle of the input, and then lightning on the far right. As far as we've been able to discern, this is the first and only wireless charger to use lightning as an input. And even aside from lightning, it's just nice that it has micro USB and USB-C as variations for inputs as well. So you've got three going on there, which is just kind of really nice to have. There are two small LEDs located about the top of the device. One of them is going to light up in red, which is going to designate that you've got power going onto the charging pad itself. And the other is going to let you know that something's been set on top and is charging, and it'll light up in blue. Now, even though this is called the iPhone X wireless charger from Lxory, it doesn't actually support the faster charging on the newer iPhones. So even though the iPhones can handle up to 7.5 watts of power, each of these charging mats is only capable of providing 5 watts of power. So both iPhones and other Android devices are not going to take advantage of any faster charging than simply 5 watts. Of course, there's not a huge difference in charging speed between 5 and 7.5, so it's not a big loss, and it's pretty handy to have the different inputs, the output, as well as two charging pads at the same time. As far as the USB output goes, you're capable of about 5 watts of power there, so pretty much the same charging brick that would come with your iPhone. That's going to be plenty enough to charge an ancillary device like an Apple Watch or a set of AirPods. Those are generally the things that people have plugged in aside from their phones, and they don't really require that much power. If you're looking to power your iPad, it's definitely going to be on the slow side. Now, it is worth noting that this is not part of Apple's MFI program, so this is not licensed by Apple to use Lightning as an input. But that said, we've been testing out and we haven't had any issues, and it's also over wireless charging and not over the input. And of course, you can use either of the other inputs if you feel a little bit worried about that. Let us know what you think of this down below in the comments, and you can pick one up for yourself at the link in the description. Subscribe, and until next time, it's Andrew for IDB.